Hey guys, it's Julia the Hopper Chick, and today I am doing a video review of Shatter by Tahereh Mafi. This is a dystopian novel that was released by HarperCollins in November. It was really huge in the blogosphere, so you probably already read it, or at least heard of it. And yeah, I feel like I'm one of the last people to actually get around to reading it, but I finally did. Success. So if you haven't read the book, here is a quick little rundown of what you need to know. Basically, you have your main character, Juliet, and she has a lethal touch. She can't touch people, or else it either hurts them or it can even kill them. And she has been incarcerated for 264 days because of this lethal touch. She hasn't seen anyone, she hasn't talked to anyone, she's kind of going a little crazy from being cooped up in her cell, and all she has is, like, her little notebook to write in, and she gets, like, 1 meal a day. And, then, on the 265th day, some guy, she gets a cellmate, and his name is Adam, and basically, he shows up, and everything changes. Whew, yeah, crazy, I know. So, because this book was so, like, super hyped in the blogosphere, I was, like, you know, a little scared to read it, because it's, like, when something's that hyped, you don't know if you're gonna, like, love it, if you're gonna hate it, because of the hype. But I have to say, the verdict for me on this one is, I'm on the fence about it. I'm not, like, super in love with it, like most people are. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyone, you know, who's trying to come and, like, kill me now with pitchforks and stuff, and are like, burn her at the stake, or whatever. Please don't, hear me out, I have reasons. Okay, so first off, I will say that, it's not that I didn't like everything about this book. I did actually like a lot of things. For example, I think that Tahereh Mafi, her writing is, like, exquisite. It's beautiful. And her descriptions are, like, the imagery and stuff, and how she described Juliet and how Juliet was feeling in certain situations was really great. Her characterization was really amazing. So, her writing is, like, very beautiful. But, unfortunately, like, I really wish that she'd been able to use, like, her descriptive skills to be able to, like, really describe Juliet's world, and she wasn't able to do that. With dystopian novels, like, one of the really important things for me is that they have a very solid world. Like, the world building is really good, because it's set in this crazy future, and that's part of, like, what really anchors the story. And I never really had a sense of what this world was that Adam and Juliet and Warner and the other characters were living in. And I really wish that there was, like, more backstory as to what's happening, why it was happening, how did we get where we were. So I had a very hard time picturing the world that the characters were living in, which was very difficult for me. So that was, like, my biggest problem, or one of the biggest problems. There's actually another one, which I'm going to talk about next. So, one of the main things in Shatter Me that everyone else loved, was the romance. I was not a fan of the romance. I felt that it was, like, really kind of awkward, because, I mean, some of the descriptions were just, like, a little too explicit for me. I was like, really? And I'm like, you know, I'm not, like, really young or anything. Like, I'm 19, so it's not like I'm so innocent and pure that I can't handle it. I was just, it wasn't working for me, and I kind of understood, you know, I understand that, like, Juliet hasn't been touched, really, at all, you know, like, in a loving manner, but, like, you know, it doesn't mean you need to have, like, you and Adam be all up in each other's, like, business, you know. I don't know. I was just like, too much too soon. Whoa, stop sign. You know, like, hit the brakes. My personal favorite part was, they are, in a slaughterhouse, because, that is where, Adam has been taken after the soldiers capture him. And basically, Juliet comes, she fishes the knife out of Adam's pocket. It says right here, I practically rip his clothes off, which fortunately she's talking about the knife, but we know what she's really thinking. And then on the next page, it's like, oh, okay, so she's just freed him from his bonds, they're running for their lives, people are out to, like, capture her and, like, flat out kill Adam. And she says, "And I know I shouldn't. I know now isn't the time. I know it's impractical. But I kiss him anyway." What? What? All I can think is, yo, right, girl? You damn right. You should not be doing this. It's impractical. It's stupid. People are trying to kill you. They're chasing you down with guns, and you stopping to kiss him? No. I started laughing. Like, at this point, like, I was just cracking up. Like, it was so bad, it was good. Yay for the stupidity. Oh, when stupidity runs out. Always a good thing. Other personal favorite quote of awkwardness is, "You're going to get better. I promise him. And when you do, I'm going to show you exactly what choice I've made. I'm going to memorize every inch of your body with my lips." Now, I don't know if that made anyone else feel quite as awkward as it made me feel, but I was like, whoa, too much. Like, you keep that business to yourself. Why does this sound so dirty? Like, it was just awkward. After a while, it just got, like, so awkward. Like, that line was just so completely ridiculously, like, awkward that it was just hilarious. I was just, like... So... the romance didn't really work for me, as you can see me talking about that, and, yeah, but it did start getting funny. So now that I've talked extensively about the awkwardness and hilarity of the romance between Adam and Juliet, I will say that, the characters, I was a fan of the characters. I did like Juliet, like I said in the beginning. Tahereh Mafi, her characterization of Juliet was, like, spot on, and it was really, really brilliant. Warner, he's, like, the major creeper in the story, the bad guy. He was super, super duper creepy. When they first introduce him in the story, they, like, say, oh, he's, like, only a few years older than Adam. He's kind of got, like, he's supposed to be attractive, I guess, and he's kind of got, like, green eyes. So, honestly, the first person I imagined was, like, Alex Pettyfer, which is actually kind of sad, because... I hear he can play evil people really well, so, you know, if there's a movie, he'd be perfect. Yeah, even though I first imagined him, then as I kept on reading the story and kept on reading Warner, I just kept on imagining, like, a really, really creepy middle-aged man. He says he's 19, and I was like, never mind, he's not a middle-aged man. And I was like, well, I knew that, but he still was just, like, so creepy. But then, at the same time, there was also, like, near the end, there was a little bit of more, like, humanity to him. I don't know, his character was very multifaceted, shall we say. Adam. I know everyone else loved Adam, but here's where we go into the Peeta Mellark syndrome. And I know everyone else loves Peeta too. See, more people are going to want to burn me at the stake over this. But, like, you know, I'm not a big fan of Peeta. I like movie Peeta. I love Josh Hutcherson. But I don't really like Peeta's character. And Adam was kind of like Peeta for me. I've loved you since 3rd grade. We've never spoken to each other or anything, but I loved you. Really? What? I don't know, there wasn't much to Adam, other than the fact that he, like, loved Juliet, and was willing to, like, I don't know, take care of her or whatever, and show her love that she hadn't experienced before, which is powerful, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you need to have more to you than just the fact that you like Juliet. My absolute favorite character in this book, absolute favorite character, hands down, was Kenji. The minute he showed up on the page, bam, book-like. I don't know, there was an explosion of awesomeness. You know, he shows up and you're like, gosh, he's such a douche. But at the same time, you're like, gosh, I love him. Because he's so funny, and he says, like the rudest but most hilarious things, where it's like, yeah, baby, you know you want to get with his face, and he's, like, totally all bruised and, like, battered. But, you know, he's like, I clean up nice. The best part was, like, when he actually, like, gets healed, and so he's all, like, fine and normal again, and Juliet sees him for the first time, and she's like, he's right, he does clean up nice. And I was like, that's right, he does. Yo, Kenji, yo, Juliet don't want you, I'll take you. On top of that, he's Japanese. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, so I had, like, a feeling he was kind of Asian. Like, I was kind of sensing it. I was like, Kenji, that seems kind of like an Asian name. And it said he had, like, black hair, so I was like, And then his last name was Kishimoto, which is totes Japanese, and Tahereh Mafi confirmed it on Twitter. I just love him. His little, yeah, smart-ass self. He brought the comic relief to the story that was intentional comic relief, not comic relief of awkward, sexy times moments. So that was nice. He also broke the tension, the awkward sexual tension all the time, where he's like, yo, keep your pants on. I'm like, stick it to the man, Kenji. Kenji was awesome, and I want much more of him in the sequel. More Kenji, more Kenji. So, basically, I'm gonna end this review on a high note, because it wasn't all bad things about this book. There was a lot of good stuff. Kenji, characters, thumbs up. Writing, thumbs up. Very well done writing style. Loved it. World building, romance, plot, thumbs up. Except for that, there was a lot of romance in the plot, but mostly thumbs up. I guess I'd give it like a halfway, like, meh. I know that most people would probably like it a lot more than me because of the romance, and, you know, romance just isn't my thing. But if romance is your thing, and if you're really into, let me see if I can find it. I marked the page. And if you're really into people who would like to, memorize every inch of their body, guys' bodies with their lips, then this book is for you. Even if you're not into that, like me, then you'll probably still enjoy this. And it even has, like, a little fun X-Men vibe at the end. If you've seen X-Men World Class, definitely seeing parallels with that, which is pretty cool. Overall, I give it, like, 3.5, 4 out of 5. 4 because of Kenji. Yeah. Kenji ups the score. He gives it a whole half point more, because he's so amazing. Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi from HarperCollins. I would love to hear what you thought of it in the comments below. Be sure to tell me. And yeah, keep reading. Bye!